The next example in lining is lining a panelled coach side. This is, it's actually North Stafford coach, painted in LMS crimson, but it can be any coach. Now, pre-grouping coaches were lined in either gold or an ochre colour. Great Western used gold, North Western used ochre. I shall line this in ochre as it's a non-corridor Midland coach, LMS coach. They reserve their gold for corridor coaches. And the ochre I use is Midland and Great Northern golden yellow, or gorse yellow, which is a locomotive colour on the M&GN. But it's a very nice gloss lining paint. Most people line the top of the moulding, which is incorrect. The real coach is lined on the side of the moulding, on the quadrant, on the curves. So to do this, we lay the pen low and line along the side like that. So the upstand is lined not at the top of the moulding. Now we can't get round the corner because the pen won't go, but we can do the corner we start from by going backwards. So just a light touch of the pen to do that. I'm not going to do all the panels, just these three at the end, just to show you how it goes. So we go back to touch the last bit of line. And once you get going, it's quite quick. You do all the lines along the coach in the one direction. Turn it through 90, do all the other ones in the one direction. And so on until you've covered the whole coach. You may need a bit of tweaking at the corners with a brush. And that's those three panels finished. Now after 24 hours you'd come along and you'd rule actually on top of the moulding in the black to make the gold and black lining around there. Now when you look at this in some light, it just looks like gold, although it is in fact an ochre. You'll have problems on a coach side like this when it comes to the waist panels, because they have a full semicircular end. And it's difficult to get the pen around there in one go. So you're going to have to do it in bits. And it's virtually impossible where you have a door handle which crosses over the panelling. These need tweaking again. You don't need to bother about the paint that's gone up onto the moulding because that will be covered by the black. If it were a Northeastern or a North Stafford livery, you would have to, because there was no second colour on the moulding. Just gently push the paint where you want it to go. But it's a bit tedious doing a coach side, because this is just one, there's two always. But you just proceed like that along the coach. It's quite satisfying in a way, once you've got a routine sorted out and you've got the corners coming right. But normally the coach would be assembled, not in the flat like this. Presents a few more difficulties, especially when you've got the handrails, commode handles, all in the way, stopping you doing a smooth corner. But you just have to fiddle that and get around it as best you can.